Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you probably my last deck using Lightsworns. This time we're going back to 20 cards where we left behind the 30 card tilt, and we're pairing them up with plants. A lot of you guys in the comments wanted to see plants, so I went ahead and tried this version. Now this version, it's very aggressive. It tries to finish the game early on. As you can see, I don't run any kind of defensive cards. The only thing I run is Bacon Saber. I don't have enemy controllers, I don't have anything like that. I'm running Beatdown because of my high level plants, which are basically my winning condition. And it also pairs well with Powerful Rebirth. As you know, it increases the level of your monsters that you bring back using the card, so all your level 4s go to level 5 and you can use Beatdown then. The engine is still pretty much the same. We have two Lila Lightsworn Sorceress. I finally got another Jane Lightsworn Paladin, so now that I have 3 of them, the deck actually runs very smoothly. I'm running 3 of them and then 2 of the Gareth. For the plant engine, we have 2 Mariña, Princess of Sunflowers. She's back. She was gone for a while, but I'm glad to see her back. Now we have Talaya as well, 2 of them, 2 of each. You can run 3 and 1 of, you know, whichever one you like better. I just went with 2 and 2. And then we have the 3 Rose Lovers, which is obviously what you want to send to the grave, so that you can special summon your big plants, and then they'll be unaffected by trap cards for the rest of that turn, which is pretty clutch. We have 2 Monster Reincarnation. In case we draw into Rose Lover and we mill or big plants, you can use that to basically swap them out. Get your Rose Lover in the grave and then get your big plants to your hand. AD Changer, I still love how it, you know, how it works in this deck, especially when you have it in the graveyard and you have a Lila, you can pop 2 cards instead of 1, and it's just really clutch. 2 Powerful Rebirth. It's really good to bring back your monsters and try to go for game that way. I also like the fact that, you know, if you mill your Lila, you can bring her back and then use the effect to pop a card real quick. So I still like Powerful Rebirth. You might want to add some econs and make it a little bit more long game, you know, cut down some of the big plants and stuff. But I like the way this plays. It's one of those all or nothing kind of decks. You guys know I love making videos on those. So let's go ahead and get into this replays. I also used this deck during last night's stream, which was very fun. If you guys care to see any of those live duels, I recommend you go back and watch the tail end of the stream, which was a very fun duel room that I had, you know, with a bunch of you. Here we got a Weevil. Here I was trying a few more cards. I think I had 24 when I first started, and then I was like, let's just cut it down to 20, make the deck faster. We're gonna get a Parasite from the beginning, which is unfortunate, so I just go for my Jane Lightsworn Paladin. I decided to econ take right here. I wanted to get rid of my Parasite, and I wanted to at least do some damage. I could have used it to flip the Amazonas into defense mode and, you know, not take any damage, but I knew that, you know, my end game was going to be mill one of my Rose Lovers, which I do get that. He tries to activate Draining Shield on Talaya, but as you guys know, when you summon something using Rose Lover, the card is unaffected by trap cards until the end of the turn, so nothing he could do about that. Next we got an Arcana, some Dark Magician action. I'm almost to level 40 with Arcana, by the way, and I'll probably be trying out some Dark Magician decks once I get you know, Dark Magic Curtain. Turn 1, not the greatest hand, but I do like the fact that I have Powerful Rebirth, but it's still, you know, pretty bricky to pick up both of my Monster Reincarnation turn 1 and none of my Lightsworns. We see the 1,000 Knives, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna take 2,500 to the face, and then I pick up my Jane, which is super clutch. Really what I'm trying to do here is mill one of my big plants, unfortunately, I don't get that, and I'm forced to activate my powerful rebirth because of Sergeant Electro. But that's fine, he can't clear the board and I'm still on the field. And then I top deck Mariña, Princess of Sunflowers, always coming back to me at the right time. I use the reincarnation to pick up Lila, just so I can have enough damage on board to end the game. There we go, 800, 600, 2000 directly. Nice and easy. As I was saying, the duel's very quick with this deck. You know, they'll only last a few turns, unless you're going against a very stall heavy deck. We got a Pegasus. This might have been Cyber Angels, I can't remember. Mind Scan, Pegasus. Not the greatest hand. Obviously I would have preferred either of the two other Lightsworns. Doesn't summon anything and it takes all the damage to the face, and I'm like, alright. So I mill 4 cards. I'm able to pick up Rose Slover because of Garrett's effect. I milled a Lightsworn, so I get to draw a card. We see the Cyber Angel Dakini. Luckily for me, he didn't have anything else. And then I pick up Lila, go ahead and destroy that. Use my Rose Slover from the grave. Beatdown is gonna let my Mariña get over that Dakini, and because of all the damage he had already taken beforehand, I'm able to win the game that way. Kinda lucky. We got another Pegasus.
Duel.
Here we go, we got Jane. And really adding a third Jane to the deck, it just makes the deck so much more consistent, because now you have five cards, you know, with the 2 Lilas and the 3 Janes that can mill your deck right away. Obviously if I had a third Lila, it would be even better, but I don't. So the 3 Jane is really awesome. We see an extra tilt deck using Temple of the Mind's Eye, very annoying. I go for my reincarnation, sending Rose Slover to the grave and picking up Mariña like I mentioned. But here is where Temple of the Mind's Eye actually plays into my favor. He targets the Mariña, which is... come on man, read the cards. So I'm able to destroy the Sergeant Electro. He activates the security orb now that he knows my Mariña is unaffected by trap cards. Goes for the Lava Golem, which is fine. I have 3 monsters on the field. I assumed he could only stop one of them, and if that was a draining shield, he was waiting for me to attack with the Lava Golem, so it actually came in pretty clutch to have 2 monsters with under 1000 attack. When else are you gonna see AD Changer hit your opponent for game? And this last duel is gonna be a Rex Raptor. Both of us kind of running OTK in different ways, or not necessarily OTK, just very aggressive decks. Once again, I open up with Gareth. Kind of unfortunate because I can't mill anything, but I do have 2 Rose Lovers. We see the Hydrogeddon right away, which is kind of annoying. So I take a ton of damage, and I have to use my monster reincarnation here to send my Rose Lover to the grave. I summoned the Garrett first just to see if I would trigger any back row. Go for the beatdown. He's got Mirror Wall, but my Talaya is unaffected by trap cards, so I can destroy one of the Hydrogeddon. Goes for Parallel Twister, and this is where I got really lucky. He had the other Hydrogeddon in his hand. Had that been any other monster, he could have summoned, you know, whatever the other monster was, and then special summon another one from the deck, and I would have been done for. Instead, I live with 100 life points, pick up another monster reincarnation, super clutch, I'm able to swap my Rose Lover and my Talaya, special summon the Talaya once again, and even though he paid for the Mirror Wall, you know, my Rose Lover is gonna make my Talaya unaffected by that trap, so I'm able to win the game that way. 100 life point comeback clutch, gotta love it. And that's it for this video, guys. Kind of a short one. You know, we are going to say goodbye to Lightsworns after this, unless you guys have anything else you'd like me to try. I think I'm ready to move on into something else from the new box. Still not sure if it's gonna be the volcanic monsters or if it's gonna be something else, but we'll see. It's pretty late. I have no idea. I'll play something else tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. Link's gonna be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And till next time.